Hey guys, so I'd just like to point something out about this series before I begin. Pretty much immediately after uploading the Scyther video, I just randomly went back to the beach to see if I could get an even better picture of Scyther than I already had, just because Scyther is one of my favorite Pokemon in this game to challenge myself to get a really good picture of. And it just so happens that I did, in fact, get a better Scyther picture. It's not better by much, but it is different than the one that I showed in the Scyther video, which is the point I'm going to bring up now. The pictures that I show off in the videos as being the best picture I could possibly get aren't necessarily the best pictures possible in the game. Unless it is possible to get a perfect picture of the Pokemon, I'm just basically trying to show off how to get the best picture. Even with following my directions in the videos, it's still quite hard to get really good pictures. So I'm just showing off examples of what kind of picture to expect. So, now that I've got that out of the way, how about we move on to Lapras? Up until this point, we've encountered Pokemon where it is very possible to get at least 4,000 points. But I'm sad to say that Lapras is not one of those Pokemon. There are a few other Pokemon in this game that you can't get 4,000 points with. And it makes my OCD very angry. Anyways, there are three main areas off in the distance in the beach that you find Lapras. One just past the first Butterfree and the tree that Dodoro runs around, one across from the first Scyther, and one just before Kangaskhan. Clearly, you will get very poor points if you just show Oak a picture of one of these distant Laprases, if that's the plural of Lapras. So, how do you get Lapras to come closer? Well, actually you don't, but there is a very easy way to make more appear. So, at first, if you just go along the beach without taking any pictures of Lapras, only one Lapras will appear at each of the three areas. But if you take a picture of the first Lapras, there will be a second Lapras that appears in the second area, appearing much closer, and therefore giving you a sense of what needs to be done to get the best picture. But if you ignore these two Laprases in the second area, only one will appear in the last area. Now, whether or not you ignore the first Lapras, if you take a picture of the second Lapras, which is the distant one if you actually took a picture of the first Lapras, then there will be two Laprases that appear in the last area. But all of these possibilities are nowhere near getting a good picture yet. But there's one more possibility that clearly produces the best opportunity. So, if you take a picture of the first Lapras, and then take a picture of the closer Lapras that appears in the second area, when you go to the third area, there will be a third Lapras that appears right in the little bay in front of you. Sadly, doing all of this still isn't enough, because to get the best picture possible of Lapras, you need quite a bit of luck. Because you can never tell when Lapras will pop up out of the water because it's completely random, you actually need to hope and pray that all three Laprases are all clearly above water in the last area before you can get the best picture. Even when you finally get lucky enough to get all three Laprases visible to get the picture, Oak gives you terrible size points for the Lapras you get a picture of in the bay. But sadly, there's nothing you can do to get any better picture because Lapras doesn't react to any items. Yeah, you can actually reach the close Lapras with an apple or a pester ball, but neither of those nor the flute will do anything to Lapras. So, all you gotta do is get a crappy picture of the close Lapras with two Laprases behind him, and you can get a picture like this. Man, these Pokemon that can't even get 4,000 points are incredibly annoying to me, especially considering the amount of luck that it takes to get the best picture. Guess I just gotta suck it up. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you when we go for Eevee!